Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the show. I'm Billy, the host. Welcome back to the show. 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 I'm Billy, the host.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. I'm Billy, the host. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, and we're joined today by our guest.
Hello.
I asked to repeat it so I wouldn't sound like an idiot, but I feel
And
like
a
I'm gonna
racist.
mess this up. Yeah,
You look like an idiot and a racist.
yeah, I certainly do.
What is it? Say it. Say it.
Wait,
No,
can I
say
look it up?
No, just say it.
Say
Say it. No, say it. Say it.
Forouzesh.
That's the last name. Pretty good. All right, let's do the first name now.
Sabar.
Sohrab. You were
Sohrab.
so close.
Oh, man, I mixed it
Sabar.
up.
Like
I'm
the pizza
sorry,
place.
man.
Is he Sabaro?
I don't know anyone named Sabar.
You know,
in my life.
my bit when I do a podcast is to bring a load of laundry to do. But you don't live here. So this kind of throws a wrench in my plans.
Okay.
I have a load of laundry.
Oh, well, you can come back to my house.
Well, no, but that's my bit. When I do a podcast, I bring a load of laundry, and then right at the beginning of the podcast, I go, "Hey, where can I do this laundry?"
we
But
can ask the guy that lives here. If,
No, it's not.
We can do some laundry.
It's not as funny.
Do you have like some Tide travel packs with you?
No, I'm doing your podcast. You're providing. What are you talking about? No, you're providing the detergent.
To be fair, we met last night at El Dorado, and
Yes.
I saw your set, and I saw that you were funny, and that I felt like was all I needed to know.
I didn't know that was an open mic
Oh yeah.
because I didn't know until I got off stage. Because I got off stage and I was like, that felt like an open mic. It felt like a bomb at an open mic.
No, it was a good set, but yeah, it was an open mic. That was the problem. A bunch of dorks all trying to come up with their own stuff, but then they never have anything when they get up there. They spend all night trying.
You guys are funny. You guys have some funny comics.
Thank you, man. I was gonna ask how you are like in Atlanta because you're a comic from Chicago.
Hot Atlanta.
You can call it that.
I didn't know that it was up for discussion.
Some people don't like that. Yeah.
Oh, why?
I don't know. Hipsters probably.
Why don't people like Hot Atlanta?
I've heard
Because Chirac is inherently problematic.
I think who was
But
the
Hot Atlanta, no one's getting hurt. It's hot here.
who was
What
the
do you-
guy that did the New York New Year's Eve thing? What was his name?
Anderson Cooper?
The other guy from American Idol.
Ryan Seacrest.
Yeah, I think he said Hot Atlanta one time, and that was it.
That ruined it.
That was the end.
Well,
of
I'm going to
Atlanta.
say it. Hot Atlanta.
Have you been to the strip clubs here?
I would like to go to Magic City tonight. I don't know what a Sunday night is like there. I got to kill time before my flight.
That's something you got to do.
Yeah, I heard to go to Magic City and get some wings.
You can call it the
Yeah.
ATL ho.
The hoe?
You can call it ATL ho. You can call it the A.
ATL hoe sounds problematic.
All right.
It's got hoe in it. I don't want to call anybody
What do you
a
think
hoe.
about ATLians?
The album? Fantastic album.
Yeah.
Very, very good album.
And like the people who live here.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. I didn't know that was a correlation. Is that because people are weird here?
That's what they call themselves because of the album.
Yeah.
Or maybe it started before that.
Yeah. I wonder if it started before
There
that.
used to be a party
You
called
guys are weird here.
Freaknik.
I think the heat drove you people crazy.
Maybe the humidity.
Southerners, I mean, by you people.
Yeah, that's fair.
Southerners are nuts.
That's fair.
Northerners, we got a winter to clear the cobwebs out.
Yeah.
You reset the equinox, all that.
But there's a lot of crazy people in the north too. Like
We're good. We're fine.
one time I was touring in Rhode Island and I saw a Confederate flag.
In
And I was
Rhode
like-
Island?
Yeah, I was like, you guys weren't even on that team. So
They were aggressively not on that team. I see one in Michigan sometimes, and I'm like, what the fuck are you guys doing? But Rhode Island, that's fucked up.
it's like you're in the wrong place.
Yeah.
You didn't even do the homework.
You didn't do any of the homework. You just like Leonard Skinnard.
Have you toured many other cities?
I don't know. No, I went to a couple places. I went to San Diego. Here's the thing about San Diego. All the white dudes look the same.
Okay.
They all have a beard. They have a backwards baseball hat.
Okay.
And they have some kind of ironic button down.
And like a mustache.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they all have Padres hats on. Some kind of like a preppy button down made by a skate company.
I'm not a fan of the mustache, man. Even now that I get older,
You should do. You should cut it.
I could do
Do
just
it.
the mustache, but I don't want to look like I kidnapped children or something. I already feel like I look a little unapproachable. I don't want to.
It's all in the eyes, man.
Yeah,
You got to
maybe.
smile more with your eyes.
Well, I got these dark eyes too.
Yeah,
dark brown. I noticed
I
like
can
well,
see
you were
the
on
edges of your soul.
when you were on stage. I couldn't tell if your eyes were open or not.
No, I'm just fat. I'm just fat. That's a common one. People are always curious about that. I'm just fat. I just have chubby cheeks,
I noticed,
and the light makes me squint.
and I was like, yeah, I could see your eyes in moments, but I was like, it looks like he's just
No, they're not closed. I don't know
falling
what. I
asleep
try
out there.
really hard to keep my eyes open. I do a lot of crowd work when I do a regular show, so it's like I'm even acknowledging like nice sweater, dude. Like
Yeah.
obviously I saw the fucking sweater.
Yeah.
I don't have an earpiece in. Someone's feeding me information.
Um,
My eyes look closed up there. I
we've
don't know.
been-
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should just tape my eyes open.
yeah. Maybe like you got to do more.
Are you gonna like put a clip of my stand up on the bottom here with my eyes
Yeah.
closed? Is that what you're gonna do?
Probably.
Son of a bitch.
If that's what the TikTok algorithm wants,
That's what it wants.
then that's what I'm.
Do we have to dance at one point now?
Dude,
I'm not dancing.
I paid for 2 hours, man.
Okay.
I'm gonna get the
Can I
whole
raise
thing.
my voice in here, or do you get charged?
The
extra?
show's not 2 hours. I think we're allowed to. He said specifically it's not soundproof, but
Okay, so
you do a lot
we
of
can-
crowd work.
We can do a whole NPR thing. We can lean in really close. We can-
I kind of do that. I have even my stand-ups kind of in like
You're just kind of in this tone.
a low tone.
Kind of in this tone.
I'm a bass player, so I
Oh,
like
you're a bass player.
I like a little rhythm
What do you
section.
Like,
with
what do you
my-
like? Primus? Are you a Primus fan?
Oh yeah,
Primus. is
anyone
fun.
who really plays a bass like.
So you like
Primus.
Tool?
Primus sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tool.
I love Tool.
I love Tool as well.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah, Flea.
Yeah. Yeah. Prince is pretty funkadelic.
Did he have a good bass player?
Music. Oh yeah.
You had a good bass
It's
player.
always it's not too like complicated or slappy or anything like
Yeah.
that, but it's always like a funky groove.
Sure. I've been listening to a lot of Gojira.
Okay. Yeah.
I
Okay.
like them a lot.
This is kind of like a music comedy crossover podcast. So
Well, you're in a band, so
you're
I
in
feel
the
like you should.
trenches.
Yeah, I'm in the trenches.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I like crowd work. I like fucking with because I'm lazy. I don't want to write material. I'd rather just make fun of the audience.
There's been like how did you get good at crowd work? Was it open mics or did you wait until you were doing more like shows and showcases?
I waited until I was doing more shows and showcases, and then also I started writing jokes that loosely incorporated some crowd work, where if you
Okay.
just like kind of like call on a guy, but
Yeah.
don't include him without really including him. I don't know. It's like a hard example to give.
That's smart because we've been having the debate about like a lot of times the open micers will do crowd work on a crowd at an open mic.
That's not a good
where
place
it's
to develop.
People who didn't even know there was an open mic going
No.
on that day.
No, you can't do that. If you're doing, there's this thing where like I feel like new comics. Is this a comedy podcast? Are we just talking about comedy the whole time?
It's like chill.
Oh, okay, it's chill.
We don't have to. We could talk about.
I just didn't know. I was asking.
I like
It's a fucking food podcast. where you're talking
serial
about
killer
yeah, serial killers.
documentaries.
I can kill you on camera. No, I listen. If you're a new comic, I have this thought. I have this thing. I've talked to other people about it. If you feel like if you're a new comic, you immediately gravitate towards mean
Yeah.
because it's
Right.
easy. It's easy to do mean crowd work. It's hard to do nice crowd. Like if you're gonna
Right.
make fun of them, do it in a like. There's kind ways to do it. Like
Yeah.
I was doing a show while I was here, and I said something, and it got a laugh, so I got lucky. But after the show, I was like, that was too mean. I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Where like there was like a lady in the crowd, and I was like, you're very old. And I was like, at the afterwards, I was like, that was too mean.
That's a good way of putting it. Because
Some mean stuff, like I feel like can be a little like it's just cheap. Like it's easy. It's nicer. It's funnier if a comic is nice to the crowd.
Yeah.
Because then you get to insult them, and it's different.
I'm very much like a material comic.
Oh, you think you're better than me?
And no. Because I tried crowd work probably as an open micer, and I think it always went bad for me, and I didn't realize it was because
You're doing it in an open mic.
I'm going to mean because it's easy.
Yeah.
and
It's
these
also-
people don't want to be crowd work.
They don't want to be crowd worked. It's because that has so much to do with it. Is the vibe? If you paid a ticket, you kind of you expect it.
Right.
If you didn't even know there was a show, you don't want to get talked to.
So many people are like, I hope the comic doesn't talk to me.
No, they're
It's like-
lying to themselves. They want that
Yeah, true.
because it's always the person in the front row.
Yeah.
He'll come up to me after the show and be like, "Oh, I can't believe you. I hope you. No, you didn't. You sat in the front row."
Or the hecklers, is like
I was helping the show out.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
helping. That's what they always say.
Yeah.
Why do they say? And that's like a universal thing.
It's because they go to a show, they heckle, the comedian drops all their material, and now it's to deal with this. And if a comedian is worth their salt, they're going to deal with it in a funny way.
Yeah.
So then that person leaves thinking they helped the show, when in
Right.
reality, the comic had to drop all their material and do all these mental gymnastics to make your outbursts funny.
Yeah.
And then now you leave thinking, cause it's very hard. One of the best ways I've seen a comic handle it is sometimes I'll work with a headliner who will tell the heckler, like, "Hey, listen, I'm going to deal with you because I know how to do this, but you shouldn't be doing this."
Yeah.
Like they kind of chastise them, and they're like, "Hey, like, it's cool that you're doing this because I'm going to respond, but in the future, when you go to a show, don't do this." And then they'll even like have the audience react, like
Yeah.
clap. I'll be like, "Hey, guys, am I telling the truth? Should you not do this when you go to a show?" And get the other audience like, "Yeah."
But also that just took like 30 seconds to a minute out
Yeah.
of your act
Oh,
right
yeah. I
there,
mean,
and that's precious.
It's tough when you're a feature. If you're a host, it's like, okay, you can.
Yeah.
If you're a host, you kind of got to put them in their place immediately.
Yeah.
You got to be like, "Hey, you keep a table talk to a minimum. Don't do that again. Let's start the show." And if they keep doing it, like if they do it to the feature, that's when it's tough, because as a feature, you're like, I can't go in on this person. I can't be like, "You broke dumb bitch, you stupid mother with your dumb mustache looking." Like, you can't do that, because then you might throw off the balance of the show and you might make it weird, and you have to be very ginger. It's the headliner that gets to do that.
Right.
It's his position to be like, "You stinking ass dumb.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck
I'm
up."
kind of in the host phase myself, so I had to learn that.
Oh,
where
yeah.
it's like it's a lot of things are the headliner's job.
Yeah, it's the
and
headliner's
you can't
job.
take that away from it. Like
I even ask a headliner sometimes, like, "Can I do some like, how much crowd work can I do?" Because some dudes, I did a show with Pete Lee. I love Pete Lee. Pete Lee does a ton of crowd
Yeah.
work, and he was like, "Bro, dude, go as much." He was like, "Go as hard as you want." But not everybody's like that. I've done shows with headliners. I'm not gonna say their name because I don't think they want me telling them. Because Pete was a different situation where he was like, "You can do whatever you want." But I've definitely asked headliners, and they're like, leave that for me."
I did one co-headliner show where I was hosting, and the one co-headliner was like, "Go out there and roast the crowd," because he had seen me like at shows and stuff, like
Yeah.
roasting people, and he was like, "Just roast everybody in the crowd." I was like, "Okay, I can do that." And then I came to find out the other headliner
Did
had
not
no
want that.
idea I was gonna do that. And I was
tough.
like, "Oh, what have I done?"
Was this in Atlanta?
It was outside of Atlanta in the suburbs at like a music venue.
Okay,
And,
that's not what I was picturing in my head.
so-
In my head, I was picturing an episode of Wild Now.
No, yeah, not like that. It was more homogenous. Lots of
Good word.
conservative
Good word.
folks.
Yeah, the conservatives are in the Midwest. They're easier. I like making fun of them. They let you make fun of them.
Yeah.
White people in general
Yeah.
have this thing where they're like, I think a little BDSM, where they're like, "Yes."
Well, I guess
Make
it
fun of
feels
me.
like our ancestors may have committed the most atrocities,
Oh yeah.
like by just volume.
Americans always, it's so fascinating to me because Americans always shit on themselves about doing a lot of atrocities, but I don't think you guys realize how much everybody hates the British.
Yeah.
It's this thing Americans do that I think is really cute, where I'll hear Americans talk and they'll be like, "We're the worst." I'm like,
Yeah.
You guys are pretty, but there's worse.
Oh yeah.
The
Well,
Brits they've done some shit.
they just had more experience.
They just had more time, maybe.
Yeah, they were OGs.
You
in
guys
the
did a
game.
lot. I'll say you guys did a lot of stuff in the span of a few hundred years.
I like any like country civilization culture where like the history is so old that it becomes mythological at
Oh,
some
that's
point.
funny. That's a good point.
Those
yeah.
are my favorite.
Persians, that's us. Yeah.
Okay, is there like a
Well, we invented everything. So.
like an animal god that came down and like breathed life to the earth? Like that's how Chinese culture is like
Okay.
a duck or something like that.
A
came
duck?
down. I don't
What
know
are
what
you
it-
talking about?
There was I think a duck was involved. There was a
What do you mean
monkey.
there was a duck? What do you mean there was a duck involved?
The Chinese zodiac, like there was the tiger and the monkey and the dragon and the rabbit.
Are you basing
and
this?
the-
Are you basing this off of placemats at Chinese restaurants you've eaten at?
Well, they leave the menu on the door. They want you to know. They want you to learn.
Are you married
I am.
to
Yeah.
a Chinese woman?
No, she's white, but my boss is Chinese,
Okay.
or like I interned at a computer store when I was in high school,
Okay.
and it was
So
a
you're old.
Chinese.
So you're old. Back when they had computer stores.
Yeah, they still do. You know,
They don't still have computer
They
stores.
still
Shut the
do.
fuck
My
up.
friends are still. My old bosses are still running the
There's a
shop.
computer store now. That's such a southern thing to do. You guys are so.
It's you help a lot of old people out, but we
Yeah.
also do like small business, like IT
You
related.
guys probably have
stuff.
like a microwave store.
Contractors and microwave. I think there's still a TV store near my house.
That's adorable.
Yeah,
It probably serves sweet tea.
yeah, but that place probably opened when the TVs were still like pieces of furniture.
Yeah.
So man, that's the American dream right there. Fixing TVs for 30 years. I remember when they first invented TVs.
Who's your boss? What do you do? What's his name? What's his full legal name?
His
No,
real...
I don't think you should give that. Up to your boss.
Okay. He
No, what's his
listens
full
to
legal
the
name?
show.
Oh, he
sometimes.
does?
Yeah. His
What do
name's
you-
Mark.
Mark, what is he a good boss?
He's from Taiwan. Yeah, he was kind of a mentor to me. And there's another guy, Sue. He's a Korean ethnic from Vietnam.
A Korean ethnic?
That's what he says. Because he wants people to know he's Korean, but he's from Vietnam and he speaks Vietnamese.
Oh, okay. All right. Because you said it crazy. But if that's from
He's
him.
one of them ethnics, you know.
Yeah, that's what it
I
sounded
feel like you got some preconceived notions about
I
the
don't know,
South.
I don't
Thing.
think
You're
preconceived.
you're
No,
putting
no,
this
no,
on
no,
me.
I don't go to the South often. I've been to Florida. Florida's weird because you're physically in the South, but it doesn't have any of the Southern culture that I expect.
Yeah.
Because Atlanta and Georgia have been giving me that frequently.
Okay. Well, it depends on where you go. Atlanta is very like split down the middle. There's a lot of very like left wing political people
I'm not talking politics.
and a lot of right wing.
I just mean like, the velvety accents, the sweet
Yeah.
tea,
Yeah.
the politeness.
You get that in Alabama and Mississippi a lot,
Yeah.
especially like the ladies down there.
Oh, stop it.
Yeah, they start talking to you.
Ugh.
You want a sweet tea, honey?
I will melt. Ugh.
It's nice. I like a good accent though. I even like, New York, Boston accent.
Really?
Yeah, it's tough, but it's like
tough, yeah.
that's a woman who's gonna go in
yeah.
and fight.
My husband said he wanted no red sauce.
Yeah, she's gonna fight the PTA
Yeah.
if she finds out like the music teacher was being mean to your daughter or something.
Yeah. She'll cause an uproar. We got Midwestern. We got Wisconsin. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because you do that and people think you're doing a Minnesota accent, but it's not. Actually, Wisconsin's more, oh, no.
It kind of blends
Oh,
into the
no.
Canadian
It
accent.
does.
Though, right?
It's close.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, don't you know?
Well, that's Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
There's subtleties in between Wisconsin, Midwest.
I've done.
Chicago's got its own. You got two or three. That's the thing we say. You got two or three pieces. You go down. You hit every vowel.
Okay.
You hit every consonant. Just
I wish we did this in the Marietta studio because Trent, who produces
He's from
for me
Chicago?
there, he's from the Midwest, Wisconsin.
Oh no,
I want to say Wisconsin.
he's from Wisconsin.
I went to La Crosse, Wisconsin one time.
Ah, lacrosse. Yes,
Right there on the
a lot
river.
of. My friend's got a really funny joke about that. All these Wisconsin cities with Native American.
I think I had a slice of pizza there.
Okay, don't eat the pizza.
We slept at like a campsite on the river there,
Oh my god.
and we were not allowed to be there. And
What the? What?
because I think
You're
we were
trespassing.
we were in the band van. And we pulled up
The
and there
band
was
van.
Yeah, it was a 1988 Dodge Ram van. We stripped all the seats out. We put a queen size bed in there.
How
It'd
many
be
people
like-
would share the queen size bed?
At least like 4 dudes.
Four
sleeping
dudes in one queen size bed.
nut to butt. And we all smelled really bad. Too.
You're giving me hot mouth, dude. Why?
That
Why
was just how
wouldn't
you did
But
it.
yeah, but why couldn't you have a tent as well?
We did have a tent. And when we got to La Crosse, I set up the tent and I was sleeping in there. And then some like ranger came up to my tent and was like, "Excuse me."
Knocked
She
on
was
the-
like,
knocked
"How
on the
long?"
tent.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, "How long have y'all been here?"
It's a weird question.
Because you're not allowed
It's
to.
a very Wisconsin question.
You have to check in at a certain time and like
Yeah.
pay the fee or whatever. And I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, we just got here 10 minutes ago. I've been sleeping for
It'll
like
work.
4 hours."
Yeah.
She couldn't really do anything. She knew I was lying, but she couldn't do anything about it because I was like, "We literally just pulled up. We just."
And then
got
did you
here."
leave right afterwards?
Yeah. I
Oh,
was
so you
like,
only got 4 hours of sleep?
yeah.
And then you drove, probably.
Yeah, probably another 6 hours that night.
Oh my god!
That was.
How old were you?
I joined the band right after high school, and we started touring right away. So 2011 to COVID.
You know, I was listening to some Offspring a couple days ago.
Hell yeah.
I fall into this because I loved them when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And then you realize they're singing all these like kind of very young what's the word I'm looking for? When you're young and you're full
like
of
pandering to like angst, teenage angst.
Yeah, there's a lot of angst, very angsty lyrics. Like I won't do what you tell me. People are always telling me what to do. But then I think, if I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the lead singer of The Offspring was the janitor at their school. And all the other members of the band were
Oh no.
students at the school. I think. I have to look this up, but I'm pretty sure. Which is so funny to me that the janitor is in this band. Like, quit telling me what to do, because it's the students are probably like, well, my parents are telling me what to do.
Yeah.
The teachers are telling me what to do, and the janitor's like, it's the principal who keeps telling. He has the same problem the kids have. The principal and the kids' parents are also telling him what to do. It's this very beautiful thing. Or like, well, they're all singing about the same thing.
Probably because he was showing up to work with tattoos and piercings and mohawks and stuff.
You got to stop being in bands with the kids. It's weird.
Yeah. Stop telling me what to do, Mom.
I'm going to look this up, and I'm not proud of the words.
Especially Jaden's mom.
Jaden's mom. I'm not proud of the words I'm going to throw into Google, but I'm going to put The Offspring, janitor, lead singer.
You know, a lot of the alternative music was like, they got in trouble for
Noodles and Dexter Holland. I think it's Dexter Holland might be Noodles with a name like Noodles. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I'm not familiar, but a lot of the alternative music got in trouble before the whole Me Too movement for underage.
Oh, really?
Kids.
School custodian turned famous Offspring guitarist only joined the band because he was old enough to buy alcohol.
Wow.
And it's the guitar player, not the lead singer.
So he was buying booze for the kids and then showing them his baseball.
Well, do you listen to The Offspring? If you go back and listen to their music as an adult.
I did when I was younger,
okay,
but not as much.
Okay, well, subtle burn. But,
no. I love The Offspring.
You go back and you listen to it. He did a lot of what's it called where you like pick slides.
Yeah,
a lot of pick slides.
Okay,
you listen to a song and you're like, that's the third pick slide. Let's come up with a different move, buddy.
Well, that's punk music though, right? Like 3 chords. That's all you need.
But it's 3 chords, but it sounds like 15 chords. It's so robust for being so stupid.
Yeah,
I love it.
Like Blink 182 was one of my favorite bands.
Never really got into
them. They were kind of just like, it's just drums, guitar, bass, and then the guitarist and the bass player both sing. Yes. So it's really like, it's simple if you look at it compared to a lot of the music that's out nowadays. And
a lot of the music. These kids.
Just a testament to the songwriting.
These kids don't even know about Disturbed.
Yeah, dude. That's every Disturbed song.
That is a lot of Disturbed. Yeah, he did that a lot. And then he looked like they humanized him when they had him sing Sound of Silence. People were like, oh, he's got a great voice.
I always do like Disturbed or like Godsmack at karaoke.
Godsmack was white trash. Yeah, that's funny. You do Godsmack at karaoke?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you should see my I Stand Alone. It'll get the whole club jumping.
Yeah, jump into their cars because they're worried you're going to shoot up the place.
One time I did I Stand Alone.
I can just imagine you with your cold, dead eyes, no smile.
I let the hair down, though.
Oh, wonderful.
So, yeah.
Wonderful. I'm calling the police.
Do you really think my eyes are cold and dead, man?
No, I'm just kidding.
It's out. I'm married, so
you don't have cold dead eyes. You're married?
Yeah.
How long have you been married?
About 8 months.
8 months?
Yeah, but we dated for 8 years.
How was the wedding?
We went to the courthouse.
Nice.
We didn't have any money, and my wife's not a big party person, so we said we'll renew our vows when we have money. She doesn't like parties? She gets anxious around a lot of people, even if it's her friends. She'd rather hang out with like 1 or 2 friends at a time.
I have sometimes because I'm very obnoxious.
Yeah.
I have people who are like, I don't think my significant other would like being around you. Because I've said that. I've been like, oh, I've never met your partner, your wife, your husband. And people are like, yeah, they're really shy and you're really loud and you ask a lot of questions. And
no, I would
feign
never.
interest in things that you have. Oh, you're into Pilates? Tell me more about Pilates.
Yeah, I do that too a little bit. I'm kind of an introverted person though, so sometimes I catch myself just like pretending to care about what people are talking about.
Yeah, pretending to care.
And I'm like, this isn't doing you any favors.
Like, wow, how long you been paintballing? It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, you
like-
want me to do your podcast? Oh, sure.
No, this is I'll do a podcast. I'll do a podcast. But again, no washer dryer. So
Yeah.
how am I supposed to wash my clothes?
Yeah, sorry about that, man.
It's all right.
Honestly, if it was one of my other spots, there probably would be a washer and dryer, and you could have come out to Marietta. But
I don't know where Marietta is.
It's
I don't have a car.
It's northwest.
How am I going to get to these places?
I'll come pick you up, but a lot
You
of
said you
people-
were riding. I mean, I don't want to put your business out in the air.
No,
but you
what
said
I
you're
said
riding
was,
dirty.
"Hey, bruh, you finna hop in the whip."
Oh, we're doing black voice. Oh,
No, that's Atlanta.
Okay, all right, fair. Thank you for clear. I didn't know. I'm glad I said something so I didn't just leave being like, hey, did black voice for a little bit.
The
It was
Trap
weird.
Museum is right down the street from here. There's so many great things to
Trap
do in
museum.
Atlanta.
I would love to go to a trap museum.
There's a spot called the Masquerade. They do like alternative music shows.
That's really cool.
And then there's a comedy club right in the same like spot. It's called Kenny's Alley, Atlanta.
Oh, I've heard about
Underground.
that. Now that place I've heard about. That place is like famous in the comedy world.
Yeah, yeah,
That place is really famous.
yeah.
That's cool.
And so there's
a
music
trap
venue
museum?
right there. Yeah,
That's
I
so
think
cool.
2 Chainz owns it.
Love to. He's a big Atlanta guy, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Does he live here?
I'm not sure.
That means
I
people
think
could
so.
like run into him.
Ludacris lives here.
I love Ludacris. I grew up on Ludacris.
I ran into Fetty Wap at the
That's so cool.
at the mall one time. You could probably see someone famous if you go to Lenox Mall. They hang out there. Lots of YouTubers go through there.
What's it called?
Lenox Mall.
Lennox Mall.
It's off Lenox Road, and yeah,
Is it nearby?
it's pretty close. Yeah,
Well, let's take this podcast mobile and try to
Yeah.
catch Luda.
dude, I used to valet there, and there would be like shootouts and stuff every once in a
Whoa.
while. Usually between just like people petty arguments and stuff. Stay away from the food court. Like grab your
Is that where
food
it
and
pops
get
off?
out. That's
Is that
where they
it
get
pops
in
off?
trouble. Yeah,
Okay, food court. Okay.
I used to drive people around on the golf cart there
Okay.
and just talk to them and secretly.
What's
record
the
them.
Atlanta? Do the Atlanta thing again. Do the
Hey, cuz
we
we hungry, cuz. That's too fast, too furious. But let me.
Does every
Let
kind
me
of
get a,
portion of the South have its own little dialect? And like if you go to like Tennessee, are they gonna like is their hometown whatever patois like a little different than
Definitely Atlanta has its own culture.
Yeah.
And kind of its own language.
Yeah.
For sure.
I know Texas
And,
does too. Texas is like
yeah.
because I have a friend from Texas and she was telling me that too.
Yeah.
She's
they
like, if
do have
Texas
it.
slang is like its own thing, and it's like
But I feel like the southern twang in Georgia, if you want that, you got to go to like Savannah,
oh, gotcha.
maybe Augusta.
You guys have like big city like twang, like
yeah, Savannah's like
Yeah.
that real slow
Yeah.
drawl.
yeah.
Like you got something to say, but you're gonna take your time.
So somebody told me that Chicago is kind of the genesis of a lot of slang that takes off. Like if it starts like someone was trying to tell me thought when it was popular started in Chicago. I don't know how accurate that is.
That I could believe that.
But there's this whole thing. Chicago has all this cool slang and stuff. But I'm too old. I'm too old and not cool. And I sound
Yeah.
stupid when I say like
I feel yeah, I
it's
do
forced.
feel like Chicago
I
is
can't
like
force it.
like a bigger Atlanta where it's kind of a lot of people from different places coming together and like
Chicago's very
creating their own
segregated,
thing.
which is a bummer.
yeah.
It's not. It's been getting better.
Atlanta is too. Though.
It is. It doesn't
Yeah.
seem like it. Everything seems like a pretty good mixture of people everywhere I've been.
If you go to like the north, like basically the whole north side is like
Maybe I just haven't been to the north side yet.
white
Yeah.
flag.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Buckhead, Brookhaven.
Okay.
Those areas like even Marietta, Alpharetta, those areas.
That's a bummer.
North side, yeah. So it's kind of split north and south.
Okay.
And so that is a bummer, and it does affect like the voting lines and all that.
Well, you guys are turning
politics and
into you
stuff.
guys are doing some fun stuff, man. I'm a big fan of it.
Georgia.
Yeah.
Oh,
or
yeah.
Atlanta specifically.
Yeah,
you guys
Atlanta.
are doing a lot of fun stuff. I'm
There's a
big-
craziness going on. In
Well,
Atlanta.
you have fantastic political organizers here, man. That shit is so cool.
Yeah.
I'd love to know more about that because whatever magic you guys pulled both in the presidential election and the kind of
I think,
the
like-
red wave that never happened, and a lot of it was due to like
You see a lot of this stuff on the news, especially being like a swing state, and I think it's really just like
oh, there's a gal here.
people here are very like open-minded, and
Yeah.
if one side says something that like obviously when like it was in the news that Trump said that Brian Kemp stole the Republican election.
Yeah, that
from
pissed people off.
the guy
Yeah.
that Trump endorsed, and people were like, "No, he didn't." Like
Yeah.
we all, or
That-
not
I-
we,
yeah,
but
I-
Georgians voted for him.
Yeah. That's really fascinating. Like that pissed people off. People
Yeah.
were like, what the fuck are you talking about?
And that destroyed his credibility on all that. Like,
That's really
election
interesting.
stuff. I don't want to get too political, but
Well, you guys have that gal here. I forgot her name, but she's incredible.
Stacey Abrams.
Yeah.
yeah.
She seems to be a really good political organizer, and it seems like whatever she puts her name behind, like people
Yeah,
like rally
just
around it.
couldn't get through the outside of Atlanta.
That was a
outside
tough.
the
That was a
cities.
tough election for her when she was running for governor, right?
Yeah. You got to think like
She's
Atlanta.
is she the mayor here?
I think she was something.
Okay.
Do
you guys like your
She wasn't
mayor?
the mayor, but we do. But they're trying to like stop this police training facility.
I
from
heard
being
about
built.
that
Yeah. So the mayor's in some hot water, I think.
because he okayed it.
I think it's a woman. It might have changed.
She okayed it.
It was Keisha Lance Bottoms. I'm not sure who it is now.
We hated our last mayor.
Oh yeah,
People hated
Tim
her.
Dillon used to make fun of her all the time.
Yeah. I enjoy rooting for whoever the mayor is of Chicago because it's a tough job,
Yeah, that's got to be.
and
tough.
I don't like being like I hate this person. I hope they fail.
Yeah,
Because if they fail, the city fails.
yeah.
So
I
I
don't-
root for the mayor.
I
Every
don't
time.
like that either.
I like rooting for the mayor.
Even if I don't agree with them politically, I'm like, well, I hope like
They can
we
figure it
come
out.
to a
Yeah.
common understanding on some things that need to change, and we do that. But yeah,
I've been living in Chicago for a long time. A very frustrating thing about it is that I'll do all this research on like a mayoral candidate, come to a conclusion that I think is good based on where I live in the city and what I've been through the last decade I've lived there.
yeah,
And then some kid who has been in Chicago for 2 months, who moved here from God knows where,
yeah,
not only violently gives their opinion about who should be elected mayor,
yeah,
tells you that if you vote for the other person that you are bad,
yeah.
and then will move out of Chicago before the election's even called. That infuriates me so much. These like people who are just in your city for like,
I hate that.
isn't that
yeah,
even if
yeah.
their opinion is right?
even
I'm
yeah,
still like, you have no skin in the game. You're here for 6 months.
yeah,
You're going to be very annoying and political. You're going to put all your opinions on social media, and you're going to have the superiority complex, and then you're going to leave.
yeah.
And it's so frustrating.
I lived in a dominantly black neighborhood for a while. They used to come knock on my door like every day around election season
yeah.
to talk to me about whatever they wanted me to vote for. And I'm like, yo, like leave me alone. I'm at home right now.
Yeah. Well, that's good. That's good canvassing.
yeah, for sure. But
Well, you seem like you have your shit together. You don't seem like you need to be like
I
convinced.
I voted in most elections. Yeah. But I also often vote for third parties like
you ever
Green.
get all like before you vote, you get all like coked out. And you, like, go up there
Um,
and you just like, fuck yeah, America.
I used to like I used to drink a lot. I probably voted like
You voted drunk.
Yeah.
That shouldn't count. That whole election is
They should breathalyze you or drug test you before you vote.
Yeah.
Like, see which ones you're on at least.
yeah.
They don't have to maybe prohibit certain ones, but at least we need to know where your head was at.
Yeah. I definitely smoked a joint on the way to the last election.
Did you ever write in Harambe?
No, I've never ran it. No, I didn't move to this country. It's America's wasted on Americans. No, I've never shat all over my ballot
But
for a
it's-
joke.
Your constitutional right to vote for Harambe
Okay, good luck with that.
or Kanye for that matter.
Did you write in Kanye as well?
I can't disclose who I voted for. Do you like drill rap?
I don't. I like all music. I have no. I weave in and out of styles of music. I don't know much. Hip hop moves so fast
Yeah.
that it's hard for me to like pinpoint. I like Pusha T a lot.
Okay.
I really like when he goes yuck. I really like when he does that. Who else do I like? I love Kendrick Lamar, but he doesn't really put out a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff is like I find good new hip hop through like Instagram reels, like whatever.
Okay.
They'll have like a good song in the background. There's one guy I like a lot. I think he might be drill. I don't know what he is. He's like a bigger guy who dances really well too.
Yeah.
I forget his name.
You talking about Chris Brown? He beat up Rihanna?
No, he's a skinny guy. This guy's like my size, and he's like fucking out there like dancing.
They're on the reels.
He's bringing back crunk. I think.
Okay, Little John, that's Atlanta. He lives here.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
Okay. He's doing a whole. I think the song's called "Crunk Ain't Dead."
My
Might
dad
actually
used
be
to work for UPS. He delivered a package to
Little
Little John one time.
Little John is so fascinating.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know much about drill music.
Okay.
I love that shit.
No, I don't know too much. I just know
I know Chicago's big in drill. Everything I hear, every time something is played for me, where my friends who are really into music, especially Chicago hip hop and drill, will be like, "This is," and I like it.
All I know about
There's a guy named G Herbo.
there was
that's
a
his
whole
name.
thing where like there were like gang feuds between them, and that was kind of like part of the music was they would all talk shit about each other in the songs, and then people ended up dying.
Yeah,
And it
that
was, like,
happened. Yeah, a guy got shot on
kids.
in where was it? It was Viagra Triangle. Well, there's a better name for it than Viagra Triangle, but that's what we call it. Gold Coast. Gold Coast. He got there was a shooting.
Okay, I think I know where that is. Actually,
It was funny too because like it happened, and I remember like reading the Tribune about it, and it was like the Tribune kept like mentioning the song that the guy did before he got shot, and it's just really funny to
It's like playing the beat. Like,
yeah, it was just
the scat, like the cymbals coming in. And as you could tell, this beat goes hard.
Yeah,
so I
right.
can see why his ops were upset.
God damn it if this does not go hard.
But yeah, I don't know too much about it. Mostly I got sucked in the like alternative scene, Warped Tour music.
I've been really into hip hop.
I worked at like
metal more than hip hop.
a music venue. It was an all ages venue, or I kind of just hung out there, and I worked there a little bit, and I would just help out every once in a while. But I also booked shows out of there, so it was like that was kind of my first exposure to the whole show business life.
Yeah.
It was called Swayze's.
Swayze's, like Patrick Swayze's.
Yeah, there was a big cardboard cutout of Patrick Swayze in there.
R.I.P.
The whole room was
Is he dead?
painted black. I think he is dead, yeah.
No. No.
But they're making a new Roadhouse movie
Without him?
with Conor McGregor and somebody else.
What?
Well, maybe they'll like hologram him in.
They're putting a non-American in
Yeah, that's a good point.
Roadhouse?
That's a good point. He's not
That's
American.
upsetting.
But
Conor McGregor is, I can't even believe his career's alive after what Khabib did to him.
Yeah.
That almost made me convert to Islam. It's one of the few things that have made me. I grew up Muslim. I know nothing about the religion. I converted to Catholicism.
Oh, wow.
I'm a Catholic.
That's crazy.
I just didn't grow up Muslim. I didn't know. I mean, technically I did, but I didn't learn. I didn't know anything about it.
Yeah.
But watching Khabib beat the shit out of Conor McGregor, I was
But
like,
Catholicism kind of a crazy religion too.
yeah, but in like a different way, like a little different way.
Do they have like cults for other religions, or is it just Christianity? that
No,
has
there's
cults?
definitely cults for other. I would assume
I mean, Scientology is a cult, right?
it's
Well,
big. It's big worldwide.
We may not be allowed to say that.
Yeah, what are they gonna do?
They got money, dude. They got Tom Cruise money.
They got Tom Cruise money.
They
That's a good Atlanta drill song.
Tom Cruise,
Cruise
money.
money, yeah. We'll add a beat to
I
it.
got Fruity Loops. We can pull it up.
We can just make a beat really quick.
I got the Fruity Loops free trial. You know.
We could turn this into some kind of underground. We're in a basement.
Yeah.
This is technically 106 and Park the Basement. Is
Yeah.
that in Atlanta as well?
I'm not sure what that is.
Are you too old for BET's 106 in Park?
Yeah, I never watched it. I watched it in living color, and I watched.
It was a music show. It was on BET. It was like after school, you came home and you watched 106 in Park, and they would like have like music videos.
How old are you?
I'm 34. How old are you?
Okay, I'm 30.
Oh shit.
So, yeah, I usually watched BET at like night, like
Okay.
Martin and Showtime at the Apollo. And,
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So,
Have you ever done the Apollo?
no,
I have friends who have done the Apollo.
that's sick.
Yeah. Well, you can just get booked.
You just like show up there.
Just get an email.
Be
You
like,
just send an email.
Who's playing tonight? Led Zeppelin. Put me on there. I used to open for bands like.
Stand up wise?
Yeah,
That's bad. That's weird energy.
that's how I got started.
Just go from stand up to music.
Yeah, but I feel like it's worse if they do the music then the stand up.
Okay.
You have to put like the talented people last.
Yes.
Unless the band is really bad, then everybody just leaves anyway. So I say always stand up first.
Okay.
Sometimes I would do stand up last, and it's like this band just destroyed the place. Like they were so good, and now I have to get up there and be like, you guys ever seen a commercial before? What's up with commercials?
I like commercials a lot.
Yeah.
Have you seen the one for the bent dick
No.
thing? You haven't seen that?
No, I have not.
It's like a pill if you got like a curve. It says if you have a curve.
What?
Yeah, you haven't seen this?
Oh my god.
They send you a pill.
That's on Comedy Central at 4 a.m. now.
Yeah, it's like a late night commercial. It's like, do you have a bend? Do you have a bend in your dick?
I remember the Viagra ones where the guy would get out of his car.
Yeah, he was super happy.
Yeah.
because
Or was it Extends?
It was Extends because he had a
Yeah.
bigger. It was a Viagra.
I have a joke about the Girls Gone Wild commercials that
I
they
remember
used to
those,
play
yeah.
on Comedy Central. How like for me that was enough,
Yeah.
and so when
That's all I needed.
that's basically what I say, and then like I go into when I first got a girlfriend, how it was like, whoa, this isn't what I'm used to. Where's the logo?
That's very funny.
That's one of my favorite ones too. It's very reliable.
Where's the logo? Where's the number?
Yeah.
There's no number. Who am I supposed to?
I say I thought girls' nipples were shaped like stars until my first girlfriend.
They were just really bright
That's
stars.
all I knew.
That's all you knew.
I gotta see me some of them stars. What kind of stars she got on there? Where's Doug Stanhope screaming at me?
Is he in the commercial?
Yeah, he was the host.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. People let him slide on that because they did a whole documentary about
He got out of it. Wow.
You remember that website, Is Anyone Up?
No.
They made a whole Netflix documentary about that.
What's that website?
It was kind of a similar thing where he was just getting basically like amateur girls. But then
He was?
Well, he was like, I think he was doing something. He was like somehow getting nude photos of other girls that they didn't consent to. That's what he got in trouble for.
Doug Stanhope or the other guy?
The other guy.
The other guy. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
The documentary is called like The Most Hated Man on the Internet.
Oh,
or something.
okay. I've heard of that.
Yeah. And my buddies, when that site was popular, they were all hanging out drinking and they all wrote, Is Anyone Up on their ass cheeks and took a picture of it. And that picture is in the documentary. So I'm like, hey, that's Corey's ass cheeks when I see it on Netflix.
It's very funny. That's very funny.
Yeah. Weird.
That company's still around.
Yeah, because that was like MySpace days.
Yeah, but Girls Gone Wild is still an entity.
Is
It's
it?
still a business. Isn't
Oh,
that wild?
wow.
You know what? I wonder if there's still phone sex hotlines.
Probably. There's got to still be some old dude who's still on the hook.
I'm not switching over. I'm got my landline. That's
I like
it.
the customer service.
That's funny. That's very funny.
They don't have customer service
none of these other
anymore.
ones
They
got
want me to
customers.
use the automated system.
Boop, beep, boop, boop. No, I want to
I
hear.
don't want to press 1. I want to talk to Jenny.
Where's Darlene? She must have just gotten out of work.
We're supposed to be getting married. Like, remember the guys who used to show up to the strip club with flowers in a suit
Yes, I know one person who did that. I know one of my fraternity brothers fell in love with the stripper,
No way.
and
Did that song just come out?
it had just come out.
I'm in love with the stripper.
That actually might have been high school for
She
me.
riding
I feel like that song came out 2007, 2006.
Who sang that? That might have been Atlanta right there.
They
They say we got the best strip clubs.
You guys do Magic City.
I don't go there anymore.
I think Magic City I haven't been to. I'm a big fan of Jumbo's Clown Room in Los Angeles.
Okay.
Now that's a good strip club.
The
But they don't get
Claremont?
fully nude there.
You got to go to the Claremont Lounge.
That's like they got like old ladies there,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Well, they're experienced, man. That's a
No.
professional right there. The computer store I worked at was next to a Asian spa.
Okay, just like a regular spa. Or
Yeah.
Nothing illegal going on over there.
Of course not. They
you
do.
get a hand-
They
did you-
do flush a lot of wipes down the toilet.
Did you get a hand job there?
No,
You can tell me. It's fine. I have a lot of friends who've gotten hand jobs at spas.
no, I'd never heard of it before when I was younger. And then one time I was leaving work, walking out of the computer store, and I saw a guy that went to my church, and we made eye contact. And he walked by me as he was either going in or coming out of the Asian spa. And then like the next week at church, he came up to me. He was like, "Hey, how you doing?" He was real nice to me and
Yeah, of course
stuff.
he
And
was.
I was like, "Why was he being so nice to me?"
Should have blackmailed him.
And now I know
Should have been like, bro, I'm gonna need about $40.
he was getting that professional job. That would be because a lot of those girls I see their boyfriends or husbands roll up there. I'm like that, all social or whatever aside, like personal jealousy aside, like that's got to be a great hand job at home. She knows what she's doing. She get that thing done in like a minute 30.
A
flat.
minute 30?
I don't know, maybe.
I mean, I can do it that fast.
I don't time myself, but it takes me a little time.
I have a
gotta
time every time I
settle
have
in,
my
you know.
watch out. I'm like, okay, go.
You got a girlfriend or a wife
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah,
anything?
yeah,
Okay. So she happy about you going to Magic City?
She's probably not thrilled, but she knows I'm not there being
Yeah.
weird.
Right, yeah. I'm just playing.
I'm not there being weird.
My wife can see where I'm at all times.
Why?
So it comes in handy sometimes, especially if she's out with her friends. I can
So you can see her location right now.
yeah.
Show me.
It's called Life 360, and it's just like a family
What can you see?
tracking app, just where she's at, what street she's on.
You can ping her or anything?
I could send a message, yeah. It'll tell me what percent her phone is at.
me. It's fine. I was just curious.
Well, here's where Marietta is, right where my wife is.
She's far.
It's not that far. It's just outside the perimeter. The Brave Stadium is in Marietta. Well, she might be in Kennesaw.
Wow, you don't know anybody in Brazil.
Brazil?
Yeah.
I do know one person.
Well, you don't have them on this app.
My friend started dating a girl from Brazil. She was in America. He met her while he was out. And then she was like, "Oh, by the way, I got to go back home to Brazil in a week."
And he's like, I'm coming with you.
Yeah, he
Sweet.
went. And we all thought he was lying. We thought he was in Orlando the whole time.
Yeah, because Orlando very famously looks like Brazil.
Same thing.
He's
Palm
at the
trees.
giant Jesus. He's at the huge.
They got that in Florida.
The Christ the Redeemer
In
statue.
fact, the one in Florida has a machine gun.
It's just a big Jesus with an AR.
One time I saw a Jesus billboard on my way to Florida,
Okay.
and it had like army guys and dinosaurs on it, and it
Amazing.
said, "I'll be back," quotes, Jesus.
Why is he? But how did the army guys or the dinosaurs incorporate into this?
I don't know. That's why I was like, is Jesus coming back like Arnold Schwarzenegger? Like,
I love those billboards that say, Christ is coming back. Are you ready?
yeah.
I love that thought because it's like, actually, can we get like 2 weeks to freshen up a little bit, like tidy up a little bit? Like,
Yeah,
maybe not right now. Give
That's
us
part of the angle. You never know, so you got to be good.
You got to be ready all the time. But it's like, no, just give us if Jesus gave us, let's say, a 6-month heads up,
Yeah.
and he was like, get your shit together. I'm coming down. I think we could kind of at least surface level figure it out.
Yes. If they could just send like one horseman at a time, it's like,
Yeah.
okay, the first horseman's here.
Like maybe if we could show Jesus like I don't know, like one of the nicer parts of Europe first.
Okay, yeah.
If we
the
start a-
Parthenon.
Yeah.
Uh,
If we're like, look at the Vatican. Look how nice we've done on this. This is fantastic. Oh no. Don't go over there.
don't look at Portland.
Don't look at Portland. Do me a favor. Don't go to San Francisco. We're figuring that one out.
Yeah, you think like Jesus would settle it once and for all, like is communism good or bad?
Well, Jesus was a socialist.
Right.
He was. It's in the Bible. There's a lot of evidence. I think someone asked Jesus, they were like, how do I get into heaven?
But I
And he
feel
goes,
like
you got to give away all your possessions.
socialist is too broad of a term, right? Because Jesus was a socialist, but also so was Mao Zedong.
I mean, Jesus fought a dude.
Did he fight
Yeah,
somebody?
he fought a motherfucker. He
Uh,
fought a motherfucker in a market.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, they don't, because he got pissed because they were selling shit on a Sunday.
Oh yeah, he flipped the tables.
And he was like, on a
I
Sunday. No,
remember
he
that.
clocked a dude. He didn't. He for sure just like he clocked a dude too.
Okay, I don't remember that. That must not be the.
Someone came up to him and was like, "You got to calm down." He was like, "You calm down." Bam.
That must not be the Living Water translation.
He got punched.
That's the Catholic translation.
Yeah, well, they'll tell you that. Like, Jesus punched a guy. He's
Jesus
coming back.
Punched him. The guy owed him $20.
Could you imagine getting punched by Jesus and then later you find out he's Jesus?
What if like Jesus punches you in the face? At first, like it feels like it hurts,
Yeah.
but then like your leprosy is cured.
It's all gone.
Yeah.
My alopecia.
Oh, my eczema. But thank you, Jesus.
you,
Thanks for kicking my ass.
Jesus kicked that alopecia right out of my face. That was great.
That I do like Christianity because
I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna say that.
okay, yeah, that's what it is for, man. It's fun. Jesus is the only God that wasn't like, let's go kick some ass. Like most of the other gods are like,
Yeah, but
y'all are my boys. I got your back.
Jesus wasn't, but his dad was.
Yeah.
God fucked up some shit.
Oh, yeah.
in the old, especially in the Old Testament.
Yeah, the Maccabees and
he fucked up some shit.
I like the story about the bald guy who gets God sends the bear down from the mountain to slaughter the kids who were making fun of this bald guy.
I don't remember that one.
They were like, "Hey, man, you're bald," and he was like,
Now
I don't like that."
The person who told you the story, he wasn't like holding.
That's in the Bible.
He wasn't holding snakes, was he?
There's a spot in Georgia where a guy was claiming that a Bible was miraculously producing oil,
Okay.
like anointment oil,
Okay.
and that's like 2 hours from here.
But is the Bible still there?
I don't know. I didn't hear anything.
How
else
do I go
about
to a
it.
church where people hold snakes?
That's Alabama.
That's not here.
I think that's Alabama. I'm like either Alabama or somewhere in Florida. They do have a lot of like alternative women's centers here. Like we got Planned Parenthood, but there's also like God's Planned Parenthood.
Oh, okay. That's where they like don't. Yeah, that's gross.
Yeah. So it's like you gotta scroll for a while if you're looking for.
That's disingenuous. Just let people go to Planned Parenthood.
Yeah, I think when it comes to the government, like safety and regulation should always come first, right? Because if you prohibit something, it opens up the black market. Same with alcohol, same with marijuana, drugs, prostitution.
You sound like a libertarian.
I'm pretty in the middle. I wouldn't say libertarian party because those people are a little crazy on
I think
some
everything should be
things.
legal.
Yeah, they're like very anarchist.
I agree with that. Everything should be legal. Everything should be legal and taxed, and all the money should go to the government, and they should spend it on public works.
Yeah, I agree with that. Everything dangerous, at least.
Gambling. There should be a casino everywhere.
I've always said end the war on drugs. I don't think it
everything
works.
should be legal.
I think all it does is enable
Yes.
the gangsters and like the organized crimes.
Absolutely. Make it legal. Make treatment facilities nice. Put all the
Yeah.
money into treatment facilities and public schools.
And I say if somebody wants heroin, let them go to the clinic and get whatever alternative medication is like safe that they're not going to die from.
Yeah.
Like Suboxone, I think is one. It's like, if that's what they want to do, yes, it may not be good for them, but they're going to have a much better chance at stopping that behavior and actually doing something productive if they're not in and out of jail trying to take care of their kids, like doing whatever. It's not. I don't think it's a drug problem. I think it's a mental health.
Just make it expensive. Like you go to a strip club, you pay the money, you go in, and they're like, "Hey, we got this bump of coke for $50. 45 of it goes to public schools."
Man, you're not hurting anybody but yourself if you're doing legal cocaine,
So
right?
$50 for a bump? It's gonna take you $10,000 to even,
Yeah, but if you got like a beautiful Atlanta lady sitting next to you while you're doing it, you're gonna pay that $50.
Yeah, you're gonna get 4.
You're gonna go to the ATM and pay the $35 fee to get $50 more.
Well, let's get Stacey Abrams on the phone. I think we're pitching some pretty killer ideas.
Stacey, we need free
cocaine.
We need legal
no.
cocaine.
We need
Yeah,
me and him need free cocaine, but other people.
You got to get the. They make test strips now though. You can get them on Amazon. You got to be careful with cocaine, even in Atlanta. Like, it's all got fentanyl in it now.
Oh shit! Really? I just do a thing where I watch the person in front of me. You go first.
Yeah, but that guy may have like an ultra fentanyl tolerance, right? Like he's like, is there fentanyl in that? Like, yeah, but I've been doing fentanyl for like 10 years, so.
I'm a Sackler.
I thought you were cool, man.
I thought you were cool.
Did you watch that TV show they made, Dope Sick?
I did.
That was a really good show.
It was a bummer.
It's like you need a shower after watching.
Yeah, it was a
that.
bummer.
It's like gross.
It was a bummer.
I think that's how a lot of companies are now, man. I think that's how a lot of doctors and
Think everyone's shady?
dude, they're all trying to make money, and that's kind of the big scam of like capitalism in a way. Is like whoever's the best at scamming people into whatever is who succeeds, whether it's medication or cars or drugs or whatever.
I don't know. There's a couple probably honest companies out there
For sure.
Who makes Snickers bars? They're not scamming anybody.
Mars, I
They're
think.
probably doing something. They're
Dude,
probably
they
stealing
probably-
water from somebody like Nestle or.
Yeah, they probably like drop all of the used Snickers into the
Larry
river
the
or
Cable
something.
Guy's got a potato chip company.
Really?
I don't think maybe he's on the up and up.
Who owns Rap Snacks?
That brand is fantastic. I love that shit.
Got the Cardi B chips.
The Cardi B chips. They have some old school. Juvenile is doing a Tiny Desk concert.
That's
I'm
sick.
Very excited
Yeah,
about it. I love
that's what's
Juvenile.
What is that? Tiny Desk? Is that in Chicago?
No, it's NPR. They do it in New York.
Do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Because it feels like there's a lot of Chicago artists on there.
Yeah, there's a good run of them.
Hobo Johnson.
Who? Who?
It was a guy that was on the Tiny Desk and then
Hobo Johnson?
became kind of a meme because he's very just like unique kind of.
Is he a hobo? Is he a bona fide hobo?
He's just like an art school kid kind of type of guy.
Oh, so he's
But the
not
music
real.
is very like
I wonder if he could still ride the rails
avant-garde. Ride the rails
like hobos do.
they call them subway surfers now,
Oh,
right?
I don't know.
Or something like that. Train surfing.
Yeah.
That's what they call it.
But I wonder if you could do it the way where you jump in the back of like a car like full of pillows or whatever. I think it's the hobo dream, right?
But there's like guys who
I'm in a car full of baked beans. Woo!
there's guys who on YouTube who film themselves like hopping trains illegally.
Isn't
and then
that
they,
so stupid?
Yeah.
Hobos back then, they didn't have YouTube channels.
Yeah,
Now the
yeah.
hobos today have YouTube channels.
Well, a lot of those guys were probably like outcasts who had committed crimes and couldn't go back to their hometown.
Don't ruin them. I don't know why you have to.
A lot of those guys were probably violent sex
All
criminals.
right. I don't know why you're ruining the majesty of a cute hobo.
If you're
of
hopping
a
a
jaunty
train,
hobo.
like
I
what?
like how I said, I was like, oh, cool, cutesy hobos were. Yeah, a lot of those guys were sex criminals. They just were outcasts.
I don't know that. I'm just assuming.
I mean, it makes sense.
I just feel like if you're hopping on a train to go, like all the people I know who just hopped on a bus to go to another city, it was because like there was nothing left here.
Yeah.
There used to be a guy who worked at a restaurant.
I thought you were
with
going to
me.
say the computer store.
No, I worked at my wife's dad's restaurant for a while. It was a sandwich place, and he would hire some of the houseless fellows off the street, and those guys would just disappear randomly.
Oh, it's a bummer.
And it'd be like, where did he go? It'd be like, I don't know. Apparently he like hopped on a bus and now he's in Tennessee or something like that.
I have this very distinct memory. One time when I worked at a hotel in the town I went to high school in, and I remember we got this guy, and he looked like a real rundown. He was wearing like nice clothes, and he sat down, and he ordered. He was there all day. He ate like 4 different meals,
Nice.
and he kept drinking the whole time. And
Gangster movie.
yeah, and then he had like a $150, $200 bill, and then when they dropped it off, he was like, I don't have any money. And they were like, really? They were like, well, you can like leave us a credit card or something. Like you have to make some kind of it. And he was like, I don't have any. He's like, no, I have nothing. And the police came and they talked to him and they talked to the restaurant and they just arrested him. And then the police were like, yeah, this guy like, he's just at the end of his, like he's just been probably like on a bender for like a few weeks.
Yeah, that's
like
probably
jumping towns and gambling and like 'cause
something
we had a
happened.
casino in town. He probably lost all his money and now he just was like going to jail to like just like reset.
But he just wanted to have one more nice meal.
Yeah,
like,
it's legitimately what he did. He had 2 appetizers, an entree, a dessert. Then he ordered like a salad.
probably never had a meal that good in his life.
Yeah,
Dude.
he ordered so much to drink.
Me, dude, I always want to get dessert at the Applebee's, but you know, I don't want to pay that. I don't want it to be a 2 for $30. I want that 2 for $25. But I want that volcano lava cake.
You got to get the volcano lava cake. You got to do it. You be going to Applebee's a lot?
Nah, the ones around here, they really gone downhill. Chili's, though. I'll go to Chili's.
Big Chili's guy?
Yeah, I love Chili's. Outback Steakhouse.
I love a bloomin' onion.
I love Outback. Yeah,
Love a bloomin' onion.
bloomin' onion. Like, I don't know, man. Chain, small steakhouses, whatever. But Outback's got the stuff. They got the juice over there.
When I was in college, me and my fraternity brothers did a chain restaurant bar crawl
Oh, that sounds
where
fun.
we just went to. It was terrible. It was a nightmare.
You got a bloomin' onion. You got the Southwest egg rolls from
Bro.
Chili's.
It was a nightmare.
Remember when TGI Fridays did like the unlimited appetizers?
Yes.
And it sounded like a good deal, but then you get there and you drink like 6 beers, and
Yeah.
now your bill is still like $80.
We went there for prom, I think. Before prom, that's where you went.
For the unlimited apps?
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Yeah, we used to go there on the weekends and stuff, I guess, but get some mozzarella sticks. I'll go in on some mozzarella sticks.
Dude, I'll eat some mozzarella sticks right now.
We're at about an hour. That's about as long as the show goes. So
Oh, shit. All we did was talk about Chili's and Applebee's. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that's what I planned on talking about
All right,
mostly.
Good.
Yeah, dude, thanks so much for coming out. Sohrab Forouzesh. Sohrab. Oh man, I messed it up.
sorry.
Again. I'm so racist.
So racist.
I'll commit ritual suicide to preserve
Thank you,
my
Harry
family's
Carey.
honor.
A
Yeah.
little bit of Harry Carey.
Yeah. You're at the Laughing Skull tonight.
I'm at the Laughing Skull tonight. I'm all my shows coming up are in Chicago. I'll be in Janesville, Wisconsin, the 29th. Follow me on social media. Sohrab is Brown. I post all my dates. I have a podcast as well called So Fresh, So Fat that I do with my friend Vic Pandia and my barber.
Do you run any live shows?
I do a small show in Chicago. It's called the Love Below Comedy Show. We're one of the longest running independent comedy shows in the city. We've been around for like 10 years. It's every third Thursday of the month. It's free. We take donations. We usually give it to charity. And it's a really fun show. It's a really intimate space. But yeah, come to a show next time you're in Chicago.
There it is. Check it out.
We'll go to the Sweat Lodge.
Thanks so much, man.
I go to this Russian Sweat Lodge once a week. It'll be amazing.
Dude, I'll come. We can sweat it out.
Yeah, we'll sweat it out, man.
All right. Peace, y'all.